So I trust that we have this great imagination, that we, as kids, pretended little castles and rivers and bridges and worlds and peoples and fairy tales and made them happen. And we live with this dream above us that keeps us like running up towards the horizon. And then something came crashing down on maybe for all of us, and there was this way, instead of like, wow, I want to see it, I want to see it, suddenly it's like, whoa, a little bit too close, I don't want to see it. And we look away, we look away again and again. We keep moving to the right, looking away. And this year, hasn't it been a year where we look away but we have to look back? It's like a car crash. It's just so fascinating that, once again, like kids, we're like, our curiosity gets the best of us and we keep looking back. Like we've taken too far away of a space away into oblivion. We've gone through the Oedipus thing where we knock our eyes out because we've killed our father and we've married our mother, and we've spent a lifetime poking our eyes away, but we still see the thing. And finally we start to see what it is we see, which doesn't go away, the last picture that our eyes saw. It's almost like that. We got spooked, or no, we were told to run away. Somehow everyone else was turning away, and so we turned away. That was the place to run, into the diaspora. But like as William James said, you run away from a bear and then you're afraid of the bear. Like suddenly the fear starts to chase you, not the bear. And all of a sudden, all these images and stories of why the bear is scary come into you, and you start to believe them from that distance. That's when the pictures show of horror stories. And yes, you have a right to run. You are rational to always be running away and turning away. And it's the same kind of idea of the scapegoat, how to say, if that bear, since it's in that's what the protagonist, antagonist of the story is saying, is that if that bear could go away, then I'd be fine. Then we'd all be good. Then, But we were living with this sort of contract that our running away is where our curiosity got bent away in the curvature of space. But so we say, okay, we hate that thing. There's the reason why we run away. And so we also have a thunderclap, come back, like lightning strike, Zeus, boomba, come back and let's alienate that person, kick him over the wall. He's an illegal, or, he's something other, or, allopathically taking that little microscopic thing and that little germ and get that germ away and we're good. Even though those ones that are exiled, which were us as we ran away, they are us as we run away and kick them out, they too are doing the same thing on the other side. We are the keystones, the random bees looking for a new hive, the butterfly cell, the stepping back away from the earth to see it large enough, like those astronauts from '69, to say, that's what the world is. That's the position of Gestalt, and the quickening of truth-seeking, the quickening of curiosity again. And let's make that into a fairy tale because we're so good at it. But in this running away, what we're so good at in our pretending of our looking away is we pretend that we don't see what we see. We pretend yesterday that, that the laws, that the people like ourselves who made laws to say that it's okay to shoot people because you're afraid. Because all the feelings I have inside, I'm running from them, so they're not mine. So how dare you chase me with fear? I'm not responsible for my own feelings. I will shoot you, and then my fears will go away. And shoots them 7 times in Kenosha. How does that thunderclap of coming back? How dare you scare and then shame bind me? And then on the same day in Georgia, the whites all vote in the same way, over 80% to the Republicans, and the African Americans over 90% to the Democrats, and like this huge sort of magnet of to see that space as real. That something's happening to us. And in those structures, that architecture of space that keeps us apart, that, you know, that creates the storm, that makes the lightning strikes happen, makes the mass shooters occur, and makes the person rush up all the way up to the Speaker of the House seat yesterday, the white supremacist, to declare that this, you know, this is the world we're in. It creates this kind of a white supremacist nation towards the world. That's why there's an avenue to the Speaker of the House for a, you know, a Trump. Come on in. And to see that, like, just to take on, if we look back at something that might be hard, is like all those voters in Georgia from the rural areas. What if they have their hands on that cop's hand that shoots the guy 7 times? The 73 million Trump voters have all their hands on that hand. And then just keep owning the responsibility. We do too. We all have our hands, and it's not to, it's to see something we did badly, like Oedipus. But you know, but then forgive them, Lord. They know not what they do. We don't know yet what we do. And here's a place where we can start talking.